Yo, what is up, guys? Samuel here, and really, it's been a really long time since I've made a scratch video. Um, yeah, this is a newer kind of series since I had this big, like, 1 year gap between where I didn't make scratch videos. And now I have a better mic and I have an improved computer, and I just improved in Scratch a lot. So, technically, today I'll be teaching you guys about velocity variables in a very improved way. So, as we covered earlier, we figured out how to make this scratch cat move with arrow keys. Yeah. With your arrow keys, you can make this guy move. But it's kind of jerky. It was just kind of weird, you know? Because, like, the second you let go of the arrow key, like, it just stopped immediately. So, what I'm going to be teaching you guys is how to make it so that this guy has a small drifting effect. So, let's get started. So first thing you want to do is click make a variable and put in something called, say, drifting effect. Oh wait, actually, to make it more simple, put an X here. X, because that will mark off, because this is for the X coordinates only. So set drifting to, so how many steps do you want it to move? I'm going to set mine to, say, 6. Set it for both of them, like that. And then make this, so change X by, change X by, change X by. And then, so the first one for the right arrow, do it by drifting effect. But this one, if you press the left arrow, you don't want it going forward. So what we're going to do is put in the multiplying sign, and then put in -1. It's the same thing, but let's make it go negative. Drifting to X. And do that, yeah. And one more thing, put in repeat until it's both, like that, like so. Boom. So now we have our normal, say, engine that should work. Yeah. So now we have this thing that should move when the arrow keys are pressed. I mean, it's nothing fancy. The problem is though, wait. Oh, oops. Sorry. So let's go over the code of this real quick. So, oh wait. Sorry. I forgot about this part, guys. Sorry about that. The reason why it wasn't working was because I forgot to put the knot thing in there. So if you haven't done that already, put in a knot part right here. So now I should have a cat that moves as if it was nothing fancy, but now after you need to put in data set drifting effect and put in that. Boom. Now I have it. Wait, right here. Now technically what you can put in this part is anything lower than 1. Any number that's lower than 1. So let's say 0.9. Just so you know, the lower the number is, the more lower it is from 1, like the more like the less it is from 1, like the more powerful the drifting effect is. But don't make it go above 1, or don't make it be 1 or go above 1. Otherwise, the drifting effect, it'll just go faster and faster instead. So make sure it's less than 1 no matter what. So I'm going to put in 0.9, and then change X by drifting effect. Do the same thing for this one right here. But then, since this is moving left, times -1, then put it there. So now, we have this cat that's a barely noticeable drifting effect. And that is because, well, it only does it once. There's no drifting effect right now. Well, there is a drifting effect, but it's really hard to see because, as you know, this part only repeats once. So what we're gonna do, I put in a repeat until, or if you want a more accurate one, you can just put in repeat 10 or however much you want. So now we have a much more noticeable drift effect. Pretty cool, huh? So here's the thing though, if you say move backward all this, but then you suddenly want to move forward, it won't work. It won't move forward until like it's totally done drifting the first one. So what we're gonna do now to make it improve, this is optional. You can keep the first one if you want, but I recommend doing what I'm doing. So first put in this part, drifting effect. Make it 0. Put it right here. Like that. So as you can see, a drifting effect is much more accurate. That's how you should say it. But the thing is, this thing right here, it's just a little weird, you know? It's way too, it's just not, it's not as, like, it just keeps drifting for way too long, like, slower and slower and slower and slower and slower. It takes a long time for you, so, I expect drifting effect -1. Boom. So that's why it's more recommended to make it like just do it by 10. Like so. Here's the thing though, it won't work that well. Wait, let's test something real quick. Guys, just so you know, if you make these two separate threads, it won't help that much. It'll just be a little more weird. Sure, you'll be able to move, but it'll be pretty strange, if you know what I mean. So now you have this cat that has a decent drifting effect. By the way, if you want to do it, if you want to make it so that you can go up and down too, then just duplicate this, right click duplicate, and change it to up arrow and down arrow, and make a drifting effect Y, and change everything to drifting effect Y. And yeah. Boom, you now have a cat that has a cool drifting effect. Although it's kind of weird, I would go over the very, the even better version later on. I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial, and I'll see you guys next time.